Hi there, welcome to Tarot Geek. And I'm Coco, and today I thought we would just do a little spread I created for transitioning from summer into fall. And I was going to use the Gentle Tarot by Mari in the Sky. This is the linen edition. There's several versions. And I thought we could just talk a little bit about the spread, then talk about any cards that might come up in strange positions and how to work with that, and then how to sit with the reading that maybe doesn't make sense. And so first we will just do the spread, and this deck is pretty well shuffled. And then I'll show you kind of the positions at the end. All right, first position is first light, what's emerging as the seasons change. Second position is golden sunset, what have I accomplished that I get to celebrate. Third position is shadows in the corn maze, what old energy or patterns should I release. Fourth position is the quiet grove, where can I find peace and quiet right now. And then the last position is harvest wisdom, what lessons or insight are guiding me, will help guide me through to the fall. Okay, so the first position, what is emerging in my life as the seasons change, is, wow, Nine of Cups. Really great card in that position. So you've accomplished a lot, and you're finally at a point where you get to just kind of slow down, rest, smell the flowers, enjoy the rainbow. It might still rain a little bit, but you're in a good spot. You've walked a long path, and you've gotten to a place where you can rest and you can just enjoy life right now a little bit. So that's really a sweet card to be in the first position, because this position is about the energy surrounding you right now. So it's a really good energy to have. So second position is golden sunset. What abundance have I cultivated that I kind of get to celebrate? It's kind of like almost like a Nine of Cups position. So the Five of Wands in a celebration position of working hard and getting to celebrate is about letting go of the battles that you have had to compete in to get where you're at. Sometimes this card is about competition. It can be like competition in athletics or things like that. It can also just be kind of a card of strife and a card of people trying to cross your boundaries. So in this position, it means, and it would depend on what the Aquarian's question is, but it would mean being able to feel like you now have strong boundaries. You're able to enforce them. You don't let people cross those boundaries anymore. And so you can celebrate having made that leap into a new area. You're not constantly struggling with letting people take advantage of you. And it can also just mean you don't have to compete right now. People know that you're strong. You can just go ahead and take a little bit of break. Doesn't mean you won't have some battles coming in the future. And they're not like serious battles with the Five of Wands. It's minor battles. It's more, again, like something that's like, oh, I'm a gymnast and I've got a competition. Those kind of challenges. So it's not like serious like the Seven of Wands. Just, I get to rest for a little bit and celebrate my past victories and how far I've come. So next prompt is the shadows in the corn maze. Oh, wow, we got the strength in that position. So shadows in the corn maze is about letting go of old energies or patterns. So in this position, you would look at the negative aspects of strength, which would be what is blocking me from being able to take advantage of things. So in this position, I would say it means really taking a hard look at what is holding you back from what you want to do, what's holding you back from accepting support, and am I doing too much? Am I trying too hard? And what could I let go and just have people help me with? So when you get like positive cards in these negative situations, You have to kind of look at both, because all cards have positive and negative aspects. So you just kind of have to flip that aspect of the card and look at where the weaknesses are there. And so here you would just want to look at, where am I not having the strength? What's blocking me and things. It's an interesting reading when you get cards that don't really fit into the positions, but you do sometimes, and this is a good example of it. And so, what are you capable of doing? And so you need to leave behind the energies or the things that are preventing you from moving forward. And it probably means you just really need to take a hard look at things and find out where those things are. All right, the next prompt is the Quiet Grove. Where can I find peace? Oh, the unseen. So in this deck, the unseen is about spirit, and it's about realizing that you are just connected to everything, and you can find peace by feeling and understanding that you're part of a whole. But what that means is you also can draw upon that support. It's about somewhat going into the darkness and being comforted by that dark mother energy, but knowing that you don't have to, again, another thing, like you don't have to battle things right now. You can just kind of accept that there's this connection and loving energy around, and we don't have to see all of that to be able to feel it. I forgot to take that out because it would have been better if I just had all tarot cards in here, but it's in here. I love this card. This was a card that Mari added because the Kickstarters asked her to add an additional card as a stretch goal, and so that was added in. Harvest Wisdom. This is the next prompt. Harvest Wisdom. What lessons or insight will guide me through the fall? Now, this is a beautiful card in this position because the root of wands here is kind of like the Knight of Wands in the RWS or the Prince of Wands in the Thoth deck. And so this is a position where you can really take advantage of creating your own reality. You have willpower and passion to get what you want and what you need. So celebrate those little victories along the way and push through because this definitely means you have the capability to really get what you want. That's your lesson right now, is take advantage of the energy and the passion you have and go for what you really want, because right now you have the ability to make it happen. All right, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about creating spreads and how you can go about it. Oftentimes, it's sometimes easier to create your own spreads because then you can get exactly what you want. It is kind of fun to do other people's spreads too, but it can be really fun to just create your own because then you can be really specific at what you want. And for this, here's my sketches of kind of how I was going to lay it out, and I'll put all this down below, and then I'll sketch it out in here, and then I'll put it in my big journal when I get it like looking nice, and I'll make a copy of the cards. I enjoy taking a picture of my cards, even if I don't always put it in my journal. But in my journal, anytime I do a big reading that's like a transition like this one, where I'm journeying from summer into fall, and I want to see what energies are surrounding me, I like to at least write down what I got, what deck I used, and the overall theme of the reading. So here it's about finding out what you need to let go of, what you need to bring in, what the energy is, and just kind of going forward and knowing that you are supported ultimately here in this reading. And so I would journal about that. Sometimes you'll get readings that maybe don't make sense to you. And so my advice for that is to just sit with those cards for a few days. Leave them out if you can. If not, just write them down. Don't draw extra cards or draw clarifying cards or things like that if you can help it. Just kind of sit with that reading and really look at both the negative and positive aspects of the card. And I think that you'll find that it will make sense when you sit with that. And of course, you have to know the meaning to the cards. But you can get any of the tarot books, beginner tarot books that tell you that. And I do think there's a lot of value into not doing the same reading over and over. Sometimes people will want you to do the same reading every week or something, and you can ask, well, what did you do about this? Did you follow the advice? No, they haven't done that. They just want another reading because they're just hoping for a certain outcome. But the cards are going to tell you more how it is, not what you want to hear. And so a lot of times when we're wanting to, things don't make sense, it's partially because it's not what we want to hear. And so that's why I advise sitting with your reading, letting the messages sink in, really thinking about all the positive and negative, and then it'll make sense. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. See ya.